Hi everybody, ready to start the class here, so click on that green button if you want to join the class. We're going to be doing some writing. I just was finishing up this previous class in the previous hour about rooftop farming, so we had a good time talking about growing vegetables on the tops of buildings in cities like Montreal and Tokyo and New York. So that was kind of interesting. If you wanted to hear about that, you could watch that recording of that class. Okay, I think we might be full already, so that was pretty fast. You guys have been waiting. So did I give you the link yet? Here's the link to the writing doc that we're going to use. So everybody can, we'll just introduce ourselves really quickly, and then we will get started. And let me start with myself. My name is Lisa, and I'm from Washington State in the United States of America. And that's just in the Pacific Northwest, which is in the upper left-hand corner, if you're looking at a map, underneath Canada, just above California and then Oregon. So that's where I am. I live near Seattle, about 2 hours away. Okay, so that's me. How about you, Ahmed?
Yes. Hi, Lisa. Actually, my name is Ahmed. I'm from Egypt.
Okay, wonderful. And Julia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello there. I'm Julia. I'm 22. I am from Russia. And thank you, Lisa, for your classes. I like it a lot.
Okay, great. Thank you. And we have Junaid.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Junaid.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. My name is Junaid, and I'm from Iraq. I live in the United States.
Okay. And Keen, is it Colleen? Tell us your name again, because it says Keen on your thing, but it sounded like you said it differently last time. Are you there? Keen? Okay, Landit, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. I'm Landit, and I'm from Mexico.
Okay, wonderful. And Mauro, are you there? Mauro? Caron? Okay, Tomas. Hi there, Tomas.
Hello again. I'm Tomas from Spain, and this is my second class with you and in this site. Well, I want to learn a lot of English.
Okay, wonderful. Well, this time we're going to do some writing. And Joseph, are you there? Joseph?
Yes, hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Yusuf. I'm from Yemen. That's it, I guess.
Okay, nice picture. You have a new picture up there.
Yeah, reading.
Yeah, reading. Good. Okay, and Keen, I wanted to go back to you to see if you got your mic working. Maybe you had to step away. He was in the last class too, so maybe he had to go do something before he could start. So there's people watching, and I think we have a space or two available in the class if you want to join in the class. That way, when you're writing, I will be correcting it, and you can ask questions and talk to me and stuff. So let's see. I'm going to put the link one more time. Make sure everybody goes to the right place. It's a Google Doc, and it's going to be what I call the writing prompts. So usually the way we do the writing classes, for the way I do them, is I set up a Google Doc, I give you the link, and then you can open it. So I think we have 12 people looking at it, so that's a lot of people who can see it. And I usually have some topic that I've come up with, some questions that prompt you to think about something, and then you get a chance to write. So as I've mentioned many times before, writing is good. Some people need it if you are learning English to be able to use English in your business. Maybe you have your own business and you work with people who speak English, or maybe you work for a company who has to do business with other companies in different parts of the world, and you use English to do that, so you have to write letters or emails or something like that. Also, some people are studying technology or in the oil fields or something that have a lot of information written in English, so they need to be able to not only read it but also write reports and things like that. So that's why it's good to practice your writing, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to put up in the screen share the Google document. Doc is short for document. And I started off with two prompts here. Let's work on the first one. So the way this works is today's topic is challenges. So challenges, that things that are challenging for you in your life, things that have been difficult perhaps, things that you've overcome. So that's what it means to have a challenge in your life. So the first prompt says here, some people, let me just make it bigger so we can see it bigger. Some people like to do only what they already do well. Other people prefer to try new things and take risks. Which do you prefer and why? So that's the first question. So the way it works is just put your cursor on the Google Doc somewhere, write your name, and then start typing your writing. And so some people are already doing that, and if you need more space, you just click the return, and you'll be able to get more space for yourself to write. While you're writing, I'm going to do a little bit of talking. So go ahead, and everybody can just find a place somewhere on the document. If you are in the Google Hangout, then you are the main people in the class here, even though other people can also read the document and they can also write if they want to. But Joseph and Tomas and Landit and Keen, Junaid, Julia, Javier, you joined us, Felipe, you joined us, and Ahmed. So all of you guys can find a place on the Google Doc and answer this question. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to try new things and take risks, or do you prefer to continue to do the things that you already know how to do well? So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes here to think and to write. And when you get done, I want you to go back and reread what you wrote, because that's often a time where you find mistakes or things that you forgot to do. In the meantime, while you guys are writing, I'm going to put over here in the Verbling chat some things that are important to remember when you're writing. So one thing is always to capitalize I when you're talking about yourself. So you want to always say, like, I prefer this or I prefer that. You capitalize the letter I when you're talking about yourself. The other thing is you always want to put periods at the end of sentences. And in English, you can put the commas after words. And when you're typing, you can put them right after the word. So you can type a word and put the comma right after it. So I'll give you an example here in the Verbling chat. So the commas go right after the word and then a space for the next word. And like I've said before, people who join the Verbling classes, everybody is at a different level of English. Some people have had more practice writing and some people have had less practice. So it doesn't matter what level you are right now. If you want to challenge yourself, then you can write a little bit more. And if you're more comfortable just answering with 1 or 2 sentences, that's fine as well. You can write as much or as little as you want. It's really up to you. I'm going to read what everybody writes, or you're going to read it, and then I'm going to correct it. So we'll take a couple of minutes here. I know sometimes it takes a while to get your thoughts down, remember how to spell things and all of that. So just do your best, and then we'll do the correcting. If you are if you're watching and you're looking at the document here, you can write something also at the very bottom. If you want to write something, I will correct it either during class or a little bit later and leave this up so people can look at their corrections. You can just put your name next to it and then write it. That way people can practice their writing as well. You can also just watch the class and listen to what people have to say. And if you're done, you can go ahead and let me know, and then I will start with you. Okay, Landit, you're done. All right, so I'll start with you, Landit. Why don't you read?
Yeah. I prefer to take risks that I know I may be able to accomplish. Try things that are new, but knowing I have a good opportunity to accomplish it. That makes me grow as a person, and if I fail, at least I know that I can't do it.
Okay. All right, so you're, I prefer to take risks that I know I may be able to accomplish. I would put a period there, and then I would say I prefer to try things that are new, but knowing I have a good opportunity to accomplish them, since you talked about things. I would say this makes me grow as a person, and if I fail, comma, at least I know that I would say now know that I couldn't do it, or I can't do it. Couldn't probably would be there. Okay, so you prefer to, so we call that, I'll put that down here, pushing your edges a little bit.
Yeah.
So you
Just
got
a little.
yeah, not too much, but just a little bit every time. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, is anybody else finished that want to read?
Just me, for example.
Tomas?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you read what you wrote?
Well, yes, I prefer to take risks because a plain life is boring.
Mm-hmm.
Take risks gives you the salt of the life.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible that take risks you are acknowledged your vocation, something that made you be happy.
Okay, good. So I'll do some correcting here. I prefer to take risks. Whoops, what happened there? Sorry, jumped. I prefer to take risks because a plain life is boring. Yes, taking risks gives you the salt of life. I would say allows you to experience the salt of life. The salt of life is not something that we say too much in English, but it's okay that we would understand what you're saying. Okay, it is possible that taking risks, let's see, it is possible that I would say when you take a risk, comma, you I would say discover. You may discover your vocation, something that makes you happy. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay, good. Anybody else ready?
Junaid.
Junaid, okay. Let me go up there. Right there. Okay, Junaid, go ahead.
Okay, I prefer both. I like to repeat anything I do it well, because that means I will keep doing it well and then not forgotten it. On the other hand, I like to take risks to discover a new things to do, because that will give me more experience and more knowledge about many things in the life.
Okay, good. All right, so I would do a few corrections here. I prefer both. I like to repeat anything I do well, because that means I will keep doing it well and not forget it. And then capitalize the O there. On the other hand, I like to take risks to discover new things to do, because that will give me more experience and more knowledge about many things in life. Okay, good.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anybody else ready?
Yeah, Ahmed.
Ahmed, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the person who used to take risks is the person gain more experience. He is upgrading himself, but the routine person, he will finish in his same starting point. Moreover, his life will be very boring.
Okay, so the person who, I would say, takes risks, let's just say a person who takes risks
Okay.
is, okay, hold on. The person who takes risks is the person who gains more experience. He is upgrading himself, but the routine person, or I would say the person who always does the same thing, which is the routine, but the person who always does the same thing, comma, will finish I would just say will finish where he started. Yeah. Moreover, comma, his life will be very boring. Okay, great. Okay, anybody else ready? I noticed some people did join. Ready, Ernesto, you want to read? Are you in? Ernesto, I don't think you're in the class. Okay, Julia? Not, dropped out too. Okay, hold on. Javier.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I start reading.
Okay.
I like doing things I'm good in, like jumping rope, learning languages, or teaching Spanish to those who are willing to learn it. But sometimes I feel good learning new things and taking them as a challenge. This time I feel again like I can learn a lot from other people.
Good. So I like doing things I'm good in. Usually I would say good at. Like jumping rope, learning languages, or teaching Spanish to those who are willing to learn it. But sometimes I feel good learning new things and taking them on as a challenge. This time I feel again like I can learn a lot from other people. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Fabricio, did you write anything? You just joined us.
No.
Okay, I'm trying to see who's in the chat and who's not. Okay, so we had some people come in and go out. And okay. All right, so I am going to correct Julia's because she was here. I prefer to take risks in my life, but sometimes it's not necessary, comma, but sometimes it's not necessary. Because it can influence on people who loves me if it's something extreme. Okay. But sometimes it's not necessary. And then I would just put it can influence people who, it can affect, I would say, it can affect people who love me if it's something extreme. Okay, there you go. And Ernesto, you're not in, okay, so you say, I like to do both. I like improving what I know, such as my drawing skills, languages, and magic tricks. And, of course, I'm always willing to learn new things and take as many risks as I can. That's one of the purposes of life, at least for me. Okay, good. That's one of the purposes of life. You don't need to put the there. Of life, at least, comma, at least for me. Okay, so did I miss anybody? Silvania, I prefer to do the things with organization. Period. I'm afraid to throw myself into the dark. But sometimes it's necessary to take risks in life. Okay. All right, so the next prompt here is right here. So in thinking about the challenges and trying new things, tell us about one thing that you've learned that's new for you something that you've done in the last year that was kind of a risk maybe or kind of a challenge, but that you did. So everybody can take a place on the paper there on the Google Doc and start telling us about something new that you learned or that you did during the last year, the past year in 2012. Or it could be recently too, in this new year. Something that maybe was a bit of a challenge for you, something that was a little bit of a risk perhaps. And there's lots of people viewing, and I think there's space in the class if you want to join it. Click on the green button to join. And if you're joining us, then go ahead and find a place on the Google Docs so that when you're ready you can tell me, and then you can read it, and then I will do some correcting.
Can you paste the link
Yes.
in the chat? Because
yes.
I can't see the verbing.
Okay. All right. I can do it in the chat. There you go.
Thanks.
Uh-huh. Hi, Kelly. You just joined us? So today in our writing class, we're talking about challenges, things that are taking risks, things that are new, trying new things, doing things that are maybe difficult or scary or something like that. And so people are taking some time right now to write about something that you did for the first time or that you learned how to do during this past year. Something that might have been a challenge for you. And for the people who are in the VerbLink chat, you can also write things if you want to. Maybe it's challenging to write in English, and that's why we have 19 people that are watching, but they're not writing yet. So, if you want to challenge yourself, join a VerbLink class. That'll challenge yourself to speak in English or write in English, express yourself in writing. And Hitchhiker, when are you going to take the challenge, Hitchhiker? I'm going to write to Hitchhiker now. You were in class yesterday. Yes, it can be difficult to write in a new language, in English. I know I'm learning French, and sometimes it's, let's see, you can say sometimes it's tedious, or it's tiresome, or it's hard to write in a different language. At least in English, you don't have to worry about any accents. No accent marks in English. No special characters to remember or anything. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Can you hear me? Is your microphone on, Kelly? Because I see your picture, but I don't hear you. Okay. All right, Landit, you're done. Let me find out where your piece of writing is. Okay, Landit.
Okay. I learned a lot, especially in AI, artificial intelligence. It makes me think about how the world will be in 20 or 50 years. And it also makes me understand how things related to technology works. One thing that I learned this week, learned is in past. This week is that I can use my headphones as a mic, thanks to Hesham.
Okay, you have to tell us about that. All right, I'll read this. Okay, I learned a lot, comma, especially in AI. I would say especially about AI, artificial intelligence, period. It makes me think about, you don't need the comma there, how the world will be in 20 or 50 years. and it also makes me understand how things related to technology work. Period. One thing that I learned this week is that I can use my headphones as a mic, thanks to Hisham. So how does that work?
It's like you just plug the headphones in the mic
Oh,
entrance, and you can speak. I didn't knew that. I didn't know that, but
huh. If you have like a USB headphone, you mean?
no, no, I use the normal, the circular.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh.
I didn't know that I could use it like a mic, but it works. I tried it yesterday and it works.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that Kelly was having trouble. What kind of program are you trying to install, Kelly? Vivian writes that no accents makes the challenge less challenging. Lisa. Yes, that's true. So, except for we have lots of our own problems in English, things that don't make sense or they're hard to spell. So, every language has its challenges, I would say. All right, is anybody else ready to read?
Ahmed.
Yes, Lisa, Tomás.
Tomas, okay, and Ahmed. All right, let me see where we are. Oh, Fabricio, Ahmed. Okay, how about I go to Ahmed? He's right here. Ahmed.
Okay. Usually I'm having challenge every year as I'm working in sales.
Mm.
So every start year I'm receiving my new challenge. But by the end of the year, thanks God, I'm achieving my target. In addition, I'm trying to improve my language skills, and I hope I will.
Okay, great. All right, Ahmed. So usually I have a challenge every year as I'm working in sales. So I would say at the beginning
Yeah.
of every year, let's take that out there. At every year, every year I receive my new challenge. But by the end of the year, and I would say thank God, I
It's thanks or thanks God. Thank God.
thank God.
Thank God. Okay.
But by the end of the year, thank God, I have achieved my target. In addition, I'm trying to improve my language skills, and I hope I will. Okay, good. What do you sell?
Hello?
Ahmed. Yes,
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Yes.
What do you sell? What type of sales are you in?
To improve my language, like in English, I'm trying to improve my skills in language.
No.
Uh,
For your sales, what do you do for your
what
sale?
I'm sales. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm getting negative. Actually, I'm working as a agriculture sales engineer.
Ah.
So I'm selling the all sprinkler and irrigation material, which is belong to first class, previous class. So
Yeah.
actually, I work in this field.
In
So
Egypt?
I can even make a design for your backyard if you want.
Okay. So in the backyard, it's called the sprinkler. We have sprinklers. That's our irrigation
Yes,
system. Yeah.
yes.
We also
We are an agent. Yeah, we are agent here in Kuwait for a product, American product, which is
uh-huh.
I think it's famous in the USA, which is called Rainbird.
Rainbird?
Rainbird, yes.
Yeah, I don't know that. Um, cool. A lot of here in Washington to save water and stuff, we use soaking hoses, like they're little black tubes. Do you know those? The soakers. They're called
Yeah,
soakers.
yeah,
Yeah, we use those a lot. Okay.
yes.
Cool. Interesting. So do you sell just in Egypt or to other countries too?
No, I'm staying Kuwait actually, and I'm selling in Kuwait itself.
Oh, in Kuwait.
Yes, and
Oh,
actually, Rainbird. I hope. I don't think it's very famous even in USA. And the what we call the main word or what they
the
are using.
Midwest.
No, the main word what I don't know how they are saying this. The intelligent use of water. They are use this word. The
The
intelligent
intelligent. Uh-huh.
use of water. Yes, use this word covering in the vocabulary.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up. You can give me a link.
Sure.
You can
Yeah,
put a
I
link in
can
the
now.
chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yes.
Okay, Tomas, are you ready to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year I learned that nothing is forever. The time passes for all us. That is the reason because we need to live the life in their total extension. We might pass the majority of our time with the people that are more close to us and be happy trying to loudly every day.
Okay. Last year I learned that nothing is forever. The time passes for all of us. For all of us. That is the reason that we. Oops. I would say this is the reason. This is the reason that we need to live. Are you saying like live it out to the fullest? That's more of the expression that we use in English. This is the reason that we need to live life to the fullest.
To the fullest.
Yeah. We might pass the majority of our time with the people that are closest to us and be happy, trying to laugh every day. Okay?
Okay.
Did somebody pass away? Did somebody know?
3 years ago, yes.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yep. All right. Okay, who's next? Who wants to read now? Who's ready?
I'm ready.
Fabrizio. Okay. Fabrizio, I think I saw you up at the top here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Last year, I learned that the best workplace is that where coworkers are friendly and cooperative. Also, you don't have to prioritize the salary because in the end, there's no money in the world that can buy you either quietness or happiness.
Yes. Okay, good. Last year, I learned that the best workplace is, I would say, one where coworkers are friendly and cooperative. Usually we put a dash between co and workers. Also, you don't have to prioritize your salary because in the end there's no money, usually we say there's no amount of money in the world that can buy you either quietness or happiness. Okay, good. And what type of work do you do, Fabricio?
I'm a software developer.
Okay. Do you work with a team of people?
Yes. With clients, with customers, you know.
Oh, okay. So do you work, with your customers and your clients? All right, I got it. Okay, let's see. Anybody else ready? Who's in here? Let's see. Joseph, did you write something? Vivian, did you write something? Junaid, are you ready?
No.
Okay. Okay, Javier, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Lisa.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Last year I started doing yoga. A friend of mine offered himself as the instructor. With his help, I learned this sort of mental and physical sport. Before I took my first class, I thought it was not done for me. It seemed to me a strange thing to be standing in a room adopting different positions. What kind of sport could that be? But my point of view changed at the very end of the class. Now I suggest it to everyone. You feel really good when doing yoga.
Okay, good. Okay, last year I started doing yoga. A friend of mine offered himself as the instructor. With his help, I learned this sort of mental and physical sport. Before I took my first class, I thought it was not not going to be for me. It seemed to me a strange thing. it seemed, I would just say it seemed strange to me to be standing in a room adopting different position. I think adopting it would be more like we would say, it seems strange to me to be standing in a room, we would say getting into, because when you talk about yoga, you're getting into different positions. In a room, getting into different positions. And then I would just end it and then say, what kind of a sport could that be? But my point of view changed at the very end of the class. Now I suggest it to everyone. You feel really good when doing yoga. What kind of yoga do you do?
I think my name is Hasana
Okay.
Yoga. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Do you do it regular, like every week, or how many?
Yes, once every week.
Once every week. Okay. So are you flexible now? Are you more flexible?
Yes, flexible but not very stable.
Okay. Also, has it helped with strength? Are you stronger too, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
You develop your muscles,
Yeah.
when doing it.
I used to do it for a while, but I haven't done it for a long time. I need to do something for exercise, so maybe I'll take your suggestion.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Felipe, did you write anything, or who else is ready here? Anybody ready?
Okay,
Silvani. Okay, Junaid, you ready?
yeah, I think I'm the last one.
Okay.
At the bottom of the page.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, last year I learned to take a challenge and improve my writing skill. With the time, I feel my writing skill becomes better. First, I decided not to be ashamed from my mistakes and try to take advantage from it. Next, I don't annoy when I saw anyone who has writing skills better than me. Otherwise, I should learn from them, and that will give me more motivation and more chance to improve my writing skill. I think I should follow steps that rise my skill and be at the same level with the native people in writing.
Okay, good. All right. Last year I learned to take the challenge, I would say the challenge of improving my writing skills. Writing skills. With time, I feel my writing skills have become better. First, I decided not to be ashamed of my mistakes and to try to take advantage of them. Next, I don't get annoyed when I see someone who has writing skills that are better than mine. And I would say, instead of otherwise, I would say, in fact, I should learn from them, because that will give me more motivation and more chance to improve my writing skills. I think I should follow steps that raise my skill and be at the same level with native people in writing. Okay, great, good job. I think
Thank you.
that's excellent advice.
Thank you.
Well, because it's true. A lot of people, they think that they have to be perfect already, or they already have to know how to do stuff, but that's what learning is like learning. If you already knew it, you wouldn't be learning. You would already know it. So when you're learning to do something, it's important to not worry about making mistakes, because that's how you know whether or not you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, and it's fine. So it's good that you have that good positive attitude. Okay, Silvania, I'm going to read what you wrote. You probably, maybe you're watching. So I know that each day we can learn new things in life, but last year I didn't learn things in particular. I didn't learn anything special. Maybe I learned to cook a special plate. Special, let's say, dish is what we say. Dish. Okay, yeah, see, there's actually, Silvania, you probably learn something new every single day. You just didn't really think about it as learning something new. And Ernesto, one of the most difficult things I started to learn in the last year was Chinese. I also learned from many countries by having language exchanges. I would say I also learned from many people from different countries by having language exchanges. Then I learned a lot of subjects at college. On top of all, I learned to never give up on what I believe. Okay, good. Excellent. All right, so anybody else who's in the Google Hangout who wrote something? No. Okay, so you might be able to guess now what the next question is going to be, but it's going to be, tell us about one thing that you want to challenge yourself by doing this year. One thing that you want to challenge yourself with this year. So describe something that maybe you don't know how to do right now, but you're looking forward to trying it or learning how to do it or reading about it more, something like that. Maybe you don't know how to scuba dive and you're going to take some scuba diving lessons, or maybe you've never worked with somebody on Skype to improve your English or your Chinese or whatever other languages. Maybe you're going to start working one-on-one with somebody on Skype or on Verbling classes. Not classes, but the get a partner part. Maybe you're going to do something new, and tell me what that might be. I have not been following the Verbling chat that much, so while you guys are writing, I'm going to try to catch up here. So I see some people have been writing some things. So if you're in the Google Hangout and you want to have me correct your writing, then please take this opportunity. We only have 15 minutes left in this class, so you have time to challenge yourself to write a little bit more than you did the last time, maybe. And tell us one thing that you would like to do this year. Maybe you won't do it, but maybe it's something that you've been thinking about for a while that you're just going to finally get around to trying. Okay, let's see what people have been saying here. Yes. Do you guys think that Hitchhiker is cousin? Who thinks that?
I think he's cousin.
It's very mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy, you want to read? Did you write something, Sammy? I didn't see. You have to come into the class. I think there should be a join. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Maybe it's full. Sorry. Yes, he comes in peace. Okay. Sammy, tell us what you're eating. I'm just reading here while you guys are writing. I'm just catching up in the Verbling chat here. So. Let's make sure everybody's... Does anybody have any questions about the question? It's talking about something that you might want to try that will be new for you this year. Something you want to challenge yourself to do or to learn or to something new. Maybe you want to learn to cook a new kind of food, make sushi. Maybe you want to learn how to go fishing, catch a fish. Maybe you want to learn how to ski or snowboard or ride a horse. skydiving. Joseph, your mind is frozen. Think of one thing that you can make it up, you know. It's just practicing writing, so it doesn't have to be true. You can tell us that you want to go live on the moon or something. I don't know. Try living on the moon. Yeah, you can go with Hitchhiker and live on the moon with aliens. Maybe there's something better than the internet on the moon. Landy can help you with artificial intelligence.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I interrupted someone
Oh.
who was writing.
Yeah, I don't see where you're writing, Vivian. Where are you?
Yeah, I want to write, but I don't know how to do it.
Okay. If you go, are you on the Google Doc?
Yes.
Okay. So if you just scroll all the way down below where Javier is, just go below him, and then put your cursor there, and then just you can right there. That's okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so you want to read it?
Okay. Can I start now, or should I wait?
Go ahead.
The first thing I wrote on my New Year's resolution was stop thinking too much. I have this problem. When I have to take a decision or take part in something, I usually start thinking about it, and sometimes I think too much, in a way that it stops me from doing. Oh, sorry, I have to scroll down. In a way, it stops me from doing it. Sorry, because I can't make up my own mind. The hardest part is that I never realize when I'm doing it. It's something that comes naturally. So my challenge for this year will be paying more attention and try to change my train of thoughts.
Okay, good. So the first thing that I wrote on my, usually we capitalize New Year just because it's like a holiday and stuff. The first thing I wrote on my New Year's resolution was stop thinking too much. I have this problem when I have to make a decision or take, you don't need a comma there. I have this problem when I have to make a decision or take part in something, period. I usually start thinking about it, and sometimes too much. In a way, it stops, okay, sometimes too much, period, and then capitalize. In a way, it stops me from doing something like the thing that stops me from doing something because I can't make up my own mind. The hardest part is that I never realize when I'm doing, I would say, this. It's something that comes naturally. So my challenge for this year will be paying more attention and trying to change my train of thought. Okay, any questions? Good.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Have you tried meditating, Vivian? For stopping your train of thought?
I finished, Lisa. I'm Tomas.
Okay. Tomas, okay, go for it.
This year, maybe I only want one thing: improve my level of English in everything aspect, reading, listening, and speaking. It is very important for me. I'm learning English too.
Yeah, let's move you down a little bit. So
Let's go.
Go ahead.
I'm learning English during several years, but I don't accept to reach the minimal level that I want. This basic level is it that I can communicate with other people around the world, understanding programs of TV like sitcom, documental, etc. This is my wish for this year, and I hope to reach it.
Okay, great. So let me make a few corrections. This year, maybe I only want one thing: to improve my level of English in all aspects. And then I would put a colon there: writing, listening, and speaking. It is very important to me, I would say. I have been learning English for several years, but I haven't yet reached the minimal level that I want. This basic level, let's see.
This part is very strange.
Yeah, I would say at this, well, I would just say what I would like to do is to be able to communicate with other people around the world, understand TV programs like sitcoms, documentaries, etc. This is my wish for this year, and I hope to reach it. Okay, good. I'm sure you will. Yeah. Okay, Landon, are you ready? Who's ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, where are you? Up here. Okay, Landon, go ahead.
I want to challenge myself and learn another language. I studied 2 months of German in elementary, but now I forgot almost all. I would like to retake German and maybe learn Portuguese, which I think it's easy for me because it's very similar to Spanish.
Yes, seems like it. Okay, I want to challenge myself and learn another language, period. I studied German for 2 months in elementary school, but now I forgot almost all of it. I would say I have forgotten almost all of it, period. I would like to retake German and maybe learn Portuguese, which I think would be easy for me because it's very similar to Spanish. Yes. Okay, I'm sure you can find lots of Brazilians to help you on Verbling.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay. Let's see. Who else next? Anybody ready?
Junaid.
Junaid's ready. Okay.
This year I would like to travel more and more, especially places that have a lot of landmark. But first I need to get good job and good salary to help me in my challenge. Otherwise I will stay in my apartment watching TV.
Okay. This year, I would like to travel more and more. I would say, especially to places that have a lot of landmarks. But first, I need to get a good job and a good salary to help me in my challenge. Otherwise, I would say help me with my challenge. Otherwise, I will stay in my apartment watching TV.
Lisa, when I
And
put okay,
taking verbling class. What did you say?
okay. When I put the you remove it, and when
Oh.
I don't put you put it.
I know. I don't. I see that that's a hard
In the
thing.
first paragraph, I put you remove it. Now I didn't put
Where? Yeah. I know it's hard. This year I would like to travel more, especially to
about
places.
the good job, a good job, and a good salary.
I need to.
The letter A.
Oh yeah, I removed it.
In the first paragraph, you removed it.
Oh.
Now I didn't put it. You put it.
I know it's confusing.
That's making me crazy.
I know. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Let's see. Javier, are you ready? Looks like a lot of people want to learn German too. Javier.
I am ready.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I'd like to take as a challenge this year is to improve my English and German. I would like to pass the advanced examination of the University of Cambridge and to recover some skills in German I feel I have forgotten last years. I wish I can get both of them.
Okay. Good. One thing I'd like to take as a challenge this year is to improve my English and German. I would like to pass the advanced examination of the University of Cambridge and to recover some skills in German that I feel I have forgotten. Is it just last year, or are you trying to say like over the years?
Over the years.
Okay.
Yeah. Over the years.
Over the years. I would. Oops, spell that wrong. I wish I can get both of them. In this instance, I would put I hope. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit different meaning.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, good job. Okay, let's see. Anybody left? Ernesto, I made some resolutions for this year. Like to learn some martial arts, learn 2 new languages, and to get better at my Chinese and English. Have an unforgettable vacation in Europe or somewhere. Yeah, okay, good. You're correcting it when I'm correcting it. I would also like to have an unforgettable vacation in Europe or somewhere. And this, hey. Okay, all right, everybody. I think we are done. I think I got everybody. Did anybody have any questions or need anything else? Everybody good? Anybody have any questions about how I made the corrections or anything?
No.
Nope. It's pretty understandable. Okay.
Yeah, very clear.
Okay, good. Well, thank you guys for joining the class today. You guys did a really good job of writing. Doing the writing is one of the more difficult classes sometimes at this level because I'm not asking you simple things like to write, about what you had for breakfast or something, but these are definitely things that make you think a little bit more, and the words that you use are a little bit higher level. So you guys are doing a great job. And I know, Junaid, that it can be very frustrating when to put the or the
Yeah.
So, the best thing to improve your writing also is to do a lot of reading. So if you like to read books, or if you like to read stuff online, or just so that you see the patterns, and then you can start copying the different sentences and the way the wording is. That will help you a lot. It's the same for English speakers. When we tell our kids in school how to improve their writing, it's always they have to read more. Fabrizio, we read yours, didn't you? Or not?
No,
Okay, do you want to read it? I didn't see it. Where is it?
the first.
Oh, at the very top? Okay, hold on. So, if you guys, whoever needs to leave, you guys can leave if you want to go join the other class, because this class is going to be over, but I'm going to finish this with Fabrizio.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Thanks. See ya.
Thank
Fabrizio.
you, Lisa.
Bye. See you soon.
Yeah, see you. Thanks.
Bye.
I'm looking Fabricio, but I'm not seeing it here. Thomas, Sylvania, Junaid. Oh, right here. Okay, go ahead and read it.
Okay. I'd like to record videos about what's going on in the world. Surely it would be spoken in English, but the aim would be to join young people from all over the world that want to share their opinion and are enough critic and open-minded to discuss from different points of view.
Okay, great. I'd like to record videos about what's going on in the world. Surely it would be spoken in English, but the aim would be to join young people from all over the world that want to share their opinions. I would just say opinions, and who are, I would say, critical enough and open-minded to discuss things from different points of view. Great. That sounds awesome.
Great.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.